A seat at the table is not enough. We must find ways of being heard.
The group were delighted to get a seat at the Card Before You Leave implementation board because they'd campaigned for so long for the change, but it soon became very clear that a seat wasn't going to be enough. They needed to find new ways of making their voices heard, such as the participation indicators, and in that way they could make sure that the change they'd campaigned for would actually reach people using mental health services.
On the board, we felt very excited, I felt very humbled myself, you know, and we thought, this is brilliant, you know what I mean, we're going to be able to change something.
They made it clear that their participation wasn't tokenistic, that their participation had to be meaningful, and they asked for, you know, real involvement. Could they actually chair the meetings? Could they input into the agendas? Could they alter the minutes? Had they a role to play in the development of terms of reference?
The Card Before You Leave board incorporated these participation indicators into their terms of reference, and the group was very pleased about that. And along the course of the time that the Card Before You Leave board's been meeting, the group has been able to refer to these. For example, after a number of meetings, the group became aware that it was very hard to listen to all the feedback verbally on how Card Before You Leave was being implemented. And the group actually said, look, one of our indicators here is that information should be given to service users in a way which is clear and accessible and that there. So we asked for it to be written.
Decisions were being made before we had actually came to the board, so all the decisions weren't being made at the Card Before You Leave meeting. So it came to a stage where we thought, are we just sitting here just because we're ticking boxes? You know what I mean? It looks good for the health trust that service users are there.
We use jargon, we have agendas, we organise ourselves in a very kind of HBSS business-like way, and you've been very good at kind of bringing us back to basics and pointing out to us that there are certain things that you need. For example, the submission of papers ahead of meetings so that you get an opportunity to read them and perhaps discuss them in fora like this, which actually brings you up to speed with us. Otherwise there would be a wee bit of an imbalance there.
The number of times that we have requested certain things and not got the answers and not gotten the things that we've actually got built into the terms of reference for the board, we kind of feel, you know, enough was enough on this issue, and that's why we did the protest today. We needed to say, no, hold on a minute, we can't go on like this.